Hey everybody! Monday, June the 23rd, a really eventful weekend.
Yeah, eventful weekend. Certainly, I made the mistake. Uh, you and I never check news headlines before I go to bed because that's not a healthy thing to do. But sure enough, I'm crawling in bed on Saturday, and I just check. It's like, oh yeah, U.S. bombs Iran, and then of course I go down the rabbit hole of what happened, what that really means, and didn't sleep a great deal on
It's not a good decision.
Saturday night, right? But as we discussed on last week's video, just as scary as some geopolitical headlines and news can be, just rarely does it have a profound impact on financial markets. It's some are kind of surprised with that disconnect, but this morning, like I thought markets might be down a touch, and at least the futures right now, equity futures relatively flat. Fixed income market seems to be doing just fine as well. So we'll see the way this plays out. From some of the things that I did read as I was going through the rabbit hole on Saturday night into Sunday morning. From an economic standpoint, it seems the greatest risk is should Iran successfully be able to close the Strait of Hormuz. Um, about 1/5 of the global oil supply comes through that strait. Okay, so should they be able to successfully shut that off, you would expect oil prices to rise, right? Which oil, of course, is a large input cost for everyone around the world. So that could potentially slow economic growth, right? So from an economic standpoint, that's kind of risk, but we'll see. Certainly scary.
You're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So I get to talk about a little bit more uplifting news.
yeah.
Assuming you're not an Edmonton fan, obviously, we got to see Florida Panthers win their second straight Stanley Cup. Pretty fun to see that happen. Just to know some of those guys.
Yeah, another already invited to another cup party.
Yeah.
He's
Didn't waste any time. Let me know. Got a fun phone call the day after. Let me know. I'd be invited to another one this year. So that's pretty cool. Game 6 in the American League tonight. Checkers down 3-1 in Abbotsford. Got to pull off a Game 5 OT win to bring it back home, and now they have a chance to win 2 straight at home for the cup. It's a fun way to watch that finish out too. And then we're going out to the draft this week. So
and it was with the new draft NHL draft format this year, we were kind of unsure, if anyone was going to be going, and it turned out more people were going, and so we're our team's going to be out there. We're excited to see many of you out there in the days ahead. We get in kind of midday Wednesday.
Early Wednesday. So we'll be in through Saturday late.
Yeah. So if we haven't touched base with you and you are planning to attend, let us know. We'd love to grab coffee or something. So
and so then looking back last week, we also received the Senate's new draft of the new tax bill.
As it pertains to hockey players, kind of the one piece we were hoping that would come back would be the 2% miscellaneous itemized deduction, which is also not in the Senate's version of the tax bill. It wasn't in the House's version either, unfortunately. So that doesn't look great for that. But just kind of the other primary difference between the Senate's version of the bill is the House had increased the state and local income tax deduction up to $40,000, where the Senate is trying to keep it at $10,000. Just I think concerns over the U.S. national debt. So we'll see. Again, it's not worth digging into great detail over these drafts as we've been over before. Once we do have the final version of the new U.S. tax bill, we'll probably host some type of webinar to kind of walk through that and what it means for hockey families.
Yeah. And then the week ahead, we got a lot of economic data coming out. We've got housing numbers, durable goods, PCE, and consumer confidence. So lots to look for. Yep.
Busy week. So we hope everyone has a great week. Again, looking forward to seeing some of you in LA at the draft. questions, comments, concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team. And we'll talk to you soon.